Money can buy comfort, sure, but not happiness.
No pay, and not a moment's rest. Be a slave.
There's aught to be said for peace and quiet. I've more time than I know how to spend. There's aught to be said for peace and quiet.
Tisn't easy keeping the pantry stocked these.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
It's really like this. For all its comforts.
Sometimes it's the only place I can find peace.
A welcome respite from all that hustle and bustle.
It is our duty to see this peace.
Sometimes this is the only place I can find peace.
We shall remain here.
Off to market I go.
I find myself drawn to quiet
I'm
spots
sure I
like
could
this.
find a living patron.
There's ought to be said for peace and quiet.
Best make haste, Elsaria. There's a delightful breeze.
I could use a bit of excitement in my life.
Off to market I go.
Another day of work.
You know, many of our patrons wish to take me for themselves. Yet there is something different about you. How curious. I lived a simpler life once. But one man changed all that. 'Tis no simple matter for a woman to make it this far on her lonesome. Yet after all this time, here I am. Here I am. 'Tis no simple matter for a woman to make it this far on her lonesome. Here I am.
I should very much like to rejoin you, Master.
What they're whispering of me now, I dread to think.
Still waiting on number 4.
This is where I come when life gets...
Off to market I go.
What a delightful breeze.
There's ought to be said for peace and quiet. I ought to attend to.
Turn rabbits pink.
This place is very true.
Too much.
So this is where you were, Master. I searched high and low for you.
You take care not to stray so far next time.
I'd quite like
A good sleep will ensure...
Open your eyes, everyone. 'Tis dark out, but our day begins.
We shall remain here.
This place is very dreary.
Mayhap I ought change professions.
Sometimes I wonder if I'd be better off a hermit.
I'm just grateful I get to lead a
To which
quiet
their own.
life.
The world's better for it.
I'm not sure what to do with myself today.
Fair wind's coming. No one will disturb me here.
My sincerest apologies. Lady Wilhelmina is attending to a patron at present.
On me to bear what young
Have you given the matter some more thought, Wilhelmina? I would have no other as my personal courtesan. I want you all to myself. When I imagine you in the arms of another, my heart feels apt to rend itself from my breast.
Allard, pray forgive me, but I think 'twould be best for you to leave. We can discuss this matter another time.
But why? We've only just...
I am attending to a burden that all women must bear. I trust I need not elaborate further. I did not take you for the voyeuristic type. Why don't you come in? You have my thanks. Had I not noticed your presence, I might have slain him there and then. 'Tis no jest. You see, everything I've done these past few years has been leading up to this. I am here to kill him. But I cannot simply end his life. Oh no. I must first expose his misdeeds. Only so I'd sworn, but I've yet to find a single shred of evidence. Perhaps the time has come to surrender this crusade. You would lend me your aid. But I've done nary a thing to earn it. And recall that I've devoted years of my life to his pursuit, with naught to show for my troubles. If the proof I seek yet exists, it will not be so easily uncovered. I suppose there is truly naught I can do, save deliver him a gruesome demise for all to behold, that is. Still, if you insist upon searching for evidence of his crimes, 3 days. I will give you 3 days to find what you seek. I shall wait patiently, though not with bated breath.
There's ought to be said for peace and quiet.
Not much going on.
Any loose coin about? Enough to make me rich.
My body's not forgiving me for last night's scuffle.
Anyone who can't stomach places like this.
Some of us get complacent. I try every day.
It's on me to bear what younger shoulders can't.
Sir Augustine is to return to Vermund. Mayhap I ought pretend I ne'er heard that. He and my mother are politically opposed, you see. A fact for which he was effectively exiled. He'll find no safe harbor here. If you mean to escort him, you'd best be cautious, friend. Ah, 'tis you. I thank you for coming to see me, but I'm afraid I have no new information to share at present. You have aught you wish to show me. What is it? A soldier who had dealings with that phantom ox cart from the rumors gave you this? I'm not sure there's much I can... Wait. This handwriting. It couldn't be. Ah, forgive me. I fear I was mistaken. I shall entrust this matter to Captain Brandt. You wish to expose Allard's misdeeds. I know not whether I can assist you in this, friend. Ah, but of course, Patrick may know aught that could aid you. Go to his manor come nightfall. If you say you are in my employ, you should be allowed entry with no issue. Glad I am to see you well. I've been wondering how you were getting on. Have you learned aught of the intent behind that letter? 'Twould seem my mother has joined hands with a Pt3 researcher to achieve her purpose. Which, this missive, is to arrange things so that I might rule the kingdom. But I don't understand. Vermund needs no consul. It's found its ruler, its sovereign, pretender though he may be. To say naught of you. Does she mean to remove you and the full sovereign both from the picture? Is that what is by this tragedy? 'Tis a frightful thought, yet we are in a much stronger position for having learned of it. You've my gratitude for this, but 'tis I must do. Sir Augustine is much maligned by my mother. If he truly intends to re-enter Vermund, I imagine he will be challenged at every turn.
What was I to do today? I must check my ledger.
What business have you here? You might have ingratiated yourself with the Regentkin, but that doesn't mean that you can come and go as you please. Wait a moment. What's that you've got there? Perhaps I underestimated you. Thank you for bringing this letter to my, attention. You will investigate this matter no further, assuming you do not wish aught to befall the Regentkin.
I shall suffer none to disturb this peace.
Got to focus. My head will roll if aught goes awry.
Can't make a living if I get myself in.
Such quietude is a blessing.
I pray not open this.
Today.
Have a headache every time.
Not to look forward to, but
Let's don't wait along that report.
There's ought to be said for peace and quiet.
I expect Majesty be well versed in the subject of grimoires. Certainly, Master. I can take you to this individual.
The guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. I shall follow your lead instead. Follow me, if you would. We have arrived.
Allard. Long have I borne witness to the man's arrogance. Long has it infuriated me. I visited his manor once. I recall that he was rather particular about the placement of his paintings. Mayhap he's concealed aught behind one. 'Tis just the sort of thing one would expect from a man who places so much stock in appearances. Shall I summon him here? You could make use of his absence to steal into his manor and inspect his art collection. Excellent. I will send word to him presently of some urgent matter that requires his intervention. Once you've seen him depart his manor, make your way inside and stay alert. We may not get a second chance at this.
Let us Minister Allard's estate and slip in once we've seen him leave. Then follow me. I'll lead the way.
The guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Here we are. Perhaps this will serve as evidence. Minister Allard is a noble, yes? Then it stands to reason that Captain Branch would know of him. Follow me, Master. I shall guide you to the location.
The guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
I've not got food atwixt my teeth, had I?
That's one piece of evidence in hand. We might search for more, if you are so inclined, Master.
Right you are.
Methinks we have ample evidence of the Minister's misdeeds. Shall we go confer with Lady Wilhelmina? Allow me to guide you, Master. I know the person you're looking for.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
You have my fullest confidence. To think that the proprietress of the Myrmecolian was plotting such a thing. Under normal circumstances, I would not overlook such Allard we speak of. Of all the Queen Regent's sycophants, he possesses the greatest authority. His fall from grace would do much to further our cause. But where to find the evidence we seek? Perhaps the merchants he deals with possess aught that could serve us.
Merchants with connections to Allard will reside in the merchant quarter. Though, they're not likely to divulge their secrets readily.
Some piece of physical evidence would be far less easily refuted than mere testimony, I should think. Interesting. So Allard has been leveraging his position to line his pockets, right under the Queen Regent's nose. I doubt she will be happy to learn of this. Yes, this should be more than enough to disgrace him. However, 'tis not enough for me to condone his assassination. Of course. If your intent is not to kill him, but merely denounce him, then I will gladly assist you however I can. I see. Perhaps that would be best. Enlisting the aid of Regent King Sven may shine light on aught we've overlooked. You have my fullest confidence.
Mayhap. Regent King Sven's assistance would grant us some beneficial information.
This is a memorandum of Allard's. According to this, afore attaining his current status, he was in the employ of a merchant. And in order to claim the merchant's property as his own, he murdered the man and his wife, staging it as an accident. It is a grave affair indeed. Should this article prove genuine, I have every faith 'twould be sufficient to condemn him for all time. The deed was monstrous, and yet, considering my position, I am afraid I cannot condone the man's assassination. I know not the path I should follow. What is your intent going forward, Your Majesty? I beg your forgiveness, Your Majesty. 'Tis my duty to protect our country's people, Allard included. Villain though we may be, I cannot stomach the thought of this vigilantism. 'Tis naught more than murder. I must wash my hands of this matter. Know that I shall not speak a word of this to anyone, but nor can I aid you. Forgive me, Your Majesty.
'Tis a shame.
You have my fullest confidence. If a sin is not punishable by the exacting of justice is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Do not forget that we work to serve.
This place is awful dull. Can't complain, mind.
We have reached our destination. If that is your destination, we cannot follow. But know that your return is eagerly awaited.
This works dreadful dull. I get that.
This place is very dreary.
What places?
Nice place to sit. Watch the world.
What is life without a little spice?
So, you've returned. I confess, I thought you might not. I'm ready to settle things myself. Well, did you find what you were looking for? Thank you. I can't believe you found this. All that remains is to end that man's life with my own hands. I've no other tasks for you. This partnership of ours has come to a close. Unless you intend to see this through till the end. You're a curious one, aren't you? But what's just as curious is that I can't bring myself to refuse you. All right, if you're offering your aid, then I'll gladly accept it. Come with me. Allard is in the room to the left. Go in and restrain him for me, would you? Never mind the mask. Consider it a charm of sorts.
At last. It feels like an age has passed since... What is this? Who are you?
Don't let him escape.
I do not waste my... Get your hands off me, you fiend! Don't you know who I am? Oh, you hang for this impudence!
Oh, Allard. I've always wanted to see you like this.
That voice... Wilhelmina! But why? Why would you...
Do you still fail to recall? Even with this mask staring you in the face. But I suppose for a man such as you, a little murder here or there is hardly worth remembering.
What mockery is this?
In your youth, you slew 2 individuals. The merchant whom you served, and his wife. They had a child, as I am sure you are aware. A newborn babe who was spirited away by her loyal wet nurse.
You mean to tell me you were their child? But how can this be? Your mother, she was a beastren. Surely her child would be one as well.
A fair assumption. But for better or worse, I didn't take after my mother. Save for in one respect. This is for my mother. And this is for my father. The time has come for all your sins to come to light, Allard.
Mr. Allard, has something happened?
We've been noticed. I suppose a scream that hideous was bound to attract some attention. We can't leave the way we came in. Fortunately, there's a window here.
You have done what you set out to do, I trust. Then come...
I think 'twould be best for us to make our escape separately. Should we both make it out of this unfettered, let us meet at the Myrmicolian on the morrow. Till then, be well.
Did Lady Wilhelmina make good her escape? May have it the Myrmicolian.
Follow me, Master. I shall guide you to the location. I have my doubts.
Steel yourself! I'm counting on you!
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
Have you taken leave of your senses, Arisen?
This battle is ours! Material, can't deny. They have their uses.
What will become of me? I'm done for. What will become of me?
I can't stop shaking.
This is how I am to meet my end.
Battle is best avoided here.
Shall we get some rest then?
Stay out of battle, where it's so tight. I can get just about anywhere. For a song!
Always a good time, this place.
We shall remain here.
Hope I ne'er see that wretched patron again.
You have done what you set out to do, I trust. Then come, Master. Let us quit this place. Master.
I'm just grateful I get to lead a quiet life.
Thank you. Finally achieved my purpose here, and I owe it all to you. It would seem the residents of the palace have chosen to treat Allard's untimely passing as an accident. I imagine they deemed it safer not to make a fuss of the incident after perusing the evidence you uncovered for me. Shrewd as a den of foxes. I'll give them that. I truly cannot thank you enough. But I want to try. Just this once, I'll give you something special. I'll grant unto you the sweetest of dreams. I know not what I would do without you. You have my thanks, but 'tis time to say farewell for now. Just know that my bordlery will e'er be your haven, should you have need of it.
I overheard some of the soldiers standing guard outside the palace, discussing a curious rumor.
Regarding the Queen Regent and an important personage, you mean?
'Tis uncommonly rare, this. I look forward to informing my own master of its finding when I return beyond the rift.
Can't do much on an empty stomach.
Welcome. Suppose I'd best get to work.
Idleness is a luxury.
I can't wait to see what the day holds.
Some call it culture.
Open your eyes, everyone. 'Tis dark out, but our day begins.
Shall we check our packs and be off?
Stuck to the passenger.
Methinks this can only be destroyed from the other side.
Nothing else for it.
What's the point? Suppose it's all the same.
Arisen? I should have expected you may yet linger here.
Oh, it's cold out. Fie, I'm tired. Empty. Forgot to buy more drink. Could do with a proper meal. What was that? Fie. Now I'm jumping at shallows. We're under attack! Don't just stand there! Protect the cart! Drive the fiends back!
I grant you fire's blaze. Use it well.
It seems we must part ways.
What's the hold? How fare my fine passengers this evening? Don't know why I'm asking. You never answer. Suppose you'll just have to listen then. You pawns are a queer lot. They say you'll do whatever the Arisen says. You offer no complaint or quarrel, and you're undying to root. You're well suited as slaves, if you ask me. Truth be told, I've lost count of how many of you I've transported these past few days. Still not the faintest idea what they do with you, or where they take you after I drop you off. I've ne'er seen one of you return. That says a lot. As some would tell it, you're serving as targets for new recruits undergoing spear training. Others say your lifeblood is squeezed out like juice from a grape to be offered to the Empress of Batal. Did that scare you, baby? No mind. It was all in jest. It's not like I know the truth of it anyhow. Not like I care. As long as I get my coin, I'm a happy man. I'm not fussed what happens to me.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
Halt! We're inspecting your cargo. Open up.
I hear they follow whatever command they're given.
Aye, and they'll take any beating without a word of complaint. Let's see for ourselves.
Oh, sorry.
My hands.
How'd you like that?
Built rather tough, eh?
You going to fight back?
They may be undying, but they do seem to know.
They're just taking it.
What a bore. Just like hitting a
That's it.
I've
learned my lesson.
Enough! That's valuable merchandise you're toying with. What have you prepared the cargo with to carry alongside them? No? Okay. We're off!
On your knees.
Shall we take a closer?
You're a welcome sight, Arisen.
Wait. You're not a pawn. We've an intruder in our midst. To arms!
Some battles simply can't be won.
Master.
I'll sleep like a log.
We shall await you here, Master.
So, well, go on then. Don't dawdle. And I'll thank you not to distract the jailers from their charge.
What are you here for, huh? Come to give me your pity? Or not suffer either? Piss off.
Ort's got the whelp's tongue, as per usual. I would have thought he'd be glad to start spilling secrets. The leader of the coral snakes left him for dead, didn't he? Not sure what's keeping him quiet, but 'twould only be to his benefit were he to tell us all he knows.
Oi, enough talk. You've a prisoner to watch.
Yes, sir. Apologies, sir.
Just piss off.
I don't see the point if he was only being used. Of course, that's not to say he...
So you're the one Benjamin sent to get the whelp to talk, eh? Well, go on then. Don't dawdle, and I'll thank you not to distract the jailers from their...
I ain't interested in...
If that were... And 'tisn't at all pleasant to watch an
But Lanzo was just using me all along. My parents were killed by brigands. And I've no doubt I'd have followed them to an early grave if Lanzo hadn't taken me in. He made me a part of the coral snakes. Gave me a home, a life. I wanted to repay him however I could. So I did what he told me. I know it ain't right to steal, but I thought I could use all that gold I filched to help someone, like Lanzo did for me. I didn't take it for myself, it was for the poor. I wanted to give people a chance to choose a better path in life, instead of ending up like me.
You want a way to release the whelp sooner? Do you realise what you're asking? Well, there might be a way. I've not the authority to prompt jail, for instance.
That's why I did the things I did. And I don't believe for a moment that Lanzo meant what he said to me in the hideout. 'Twas all an act. That's why I did the things I did. And I don't believe for a moment that Lanzo meant what he said to me in the hideout. 'Twas... What's gone wrong with the world?
I know you're made of sterner stuff than that.
I have been waiting for you, Arisen. Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
Was it you who got me released? Suppose I should be grateful. But what am I to do now? Easy for him to talk of an honest life, but I've nowhere to turn. No one's gonna want me working for him. You know of a place I could work? What? You think I could work there? But true. What? You went out and looked for a job for me? But why? Why would you put yourself to all that trouble? Give it a try, I suppose. Not sure. I'll do my best not to make a mess of it. Oh, and thank you, cuz.
That went as well as we might have hoped. Let us cast our eyes about and analyze the situation.
Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Come back anytime.
You have my fullest confidence. Has there been some development, Your Majesty? Well now, you have divined the Oxcart's destination then. I see. So they were procuring pawns in order to carry out this excavation. The staff you mention is most curious. It sounds as if 'tis of the same make as the jewel wielded by the Queen Regent's puppet. I had heard pawns face much prejudice in Batal. Yet to hear that they are treated as tools to be discarded, and given such perilous tasks, 'tis contemptible indeed. Volcanic Island has long been part of Batal's territory. The lake of lava present there is revered for its flames, which are sacred to the Batali people. Perhaps 'twould be considered blasphemy to give such work to their own. Or could this simply be a means of testing the efficacy of these jewels that allow for the control of pawns? I can offer naught but conjecture. For now, we ought to aim our efforts towards proving that a member of the Vermundian court has been selling pawns. Should we succeed, even the Queen Regent herself could not deflect the people's displeasure. You have my gratitude, Your Majesty. The evidence you have gathered shall form the stalwart pillar upon which our rightful claim will rest. 'Tis most valuable. So pray, exercise the utmost care when deciding how it ought be used.
At least here the Queen Regent shall face justice. You have succeeded where my own master failed, Arisen.
Outstanding! Some of us
This ox cart's for the checkpoint. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
Ah, here we are. The ox cart made it without too much trouble.
Mayhap we can employ a cart for our next journey.
Could it be aught befallen the cenotaph? I'd heard the spirits had calmed somewhat since 'twas erected. If I cannot dissuade you from pressing onward, Perhaps you'd consider passing by the cenotaph and making sure all's are right with it.
You looking to enlist? I'll give you my...
I've got nothing for ye.
I'm not here to talk. I'm on duty.
Have you heard the rumors? The residents of a small village to the north are said to have perished overnight. There was no warning, no apparent cause, but one morning they were all discovered dead. Every last one. Of course, such rumors are best taken with a grain of salt. Some peddler might have made it up to increase sales.
Mind? I have time. I've got wares of every ilk. Pleasure doing business with you. It's this way.
About time you showed up. We've been waiting for you. Our mission is simple. Sir Augustin will board the ox cart. We must safeguard it from would-be assailants till it reaches its destination. See to it that none approach. The Queen Regent's supporters will come for Sir Augustin's head. A quiet day is a welcome. Come along now. What was that sound? Who's there?
Hold a moment.
Foul brigand! We shan't allow Sir Augustin to fall prey to the likes of you!
There's no need for theatrics here. Ah, here's a surprise. We met at the tavern. Fair warning, cuz this craven isn't worthy of your trust.
He speaks madness! Subdue him at once, ere he injures our noble charge!
I isn't Sir Ragnar from the tavern. Now 2 parties ask our aid, but which is the more deserving?
You would betray me. Have you lost all sense?
You believe me, then? That's a bit of a relief, actually. Thanks, cuz.
Trick! Have no means of explaining.
Curse you!
Phew! I appreciate the confidence, cuz. 'Twas a welcome surprise. But I can't linger here, I'm afraid. My apologies for this. Follow after me, if you can. Succeed, and I'll share the truth of all of this.
The decision is...
Finish this, here and now. Wear this foe. It has a means to control all
that a resounding victory.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
A night-bound forest is fearsome indeed. We shall have to be all the more wary till sunup casts the shadows away.
I shan't allow any further harm to come to you.
Uppers, Master!
Tis in caverns such as these that monsters thrive.
Narrow passages may await us. Be on your guard.
By your leave.
We meet again.
You seem to have fared better than I did. I took the fall for Augustine, only to find myself waist-deep in monsters. Still, so long as he escaped, I'd wagered that makes this a job well done. Speaking of, I was to tell you the truth behind all of this. I'll be glad to oblige you, of course, but we ought to get moving first. What say I... I go where the wind blows and the coin... Time to get to work. Not bad. From what I've seen of your skills during that mess in the tavern and today's business, I can say you're really something. And my word ought to carry a fair bit of weight, considering my reputation as a warrior of unparalleled skill. Turns out, as a sellsword proves himself, the list of those who can afford his services grows shorter and comes to be written in finer ink. Makes for a duller life. Though I can't say I've any complaints about the weight of my pockets. Still, I hunger for a real battlefield, where a single misstep spells death. I crave the simplicity of it. There's naught else like it. The clashing of bodies and wills. I'd not say no to a fight with you. Let's have at it when I'm all healed up, eh? Mayhap, I'll not give you a choice in the matter. I'm not sure what's brought me here. I suppose I'll have a few drinks and hit the hay. That escort mission was a trap concocted entirely for your benefit, you know. It was supposed to give those responsible a means to incriminate you. But Augustin is no fool. He had his doubts about his summons to Vermund and hired me to watch over him in an unofficial capacity. So I looked into the cart that would be escorting him, and lo and behold, I found your name. But 'twasn't on the list of guards, oh no. Rather, your name was on the list of persons to be on guard for. In short, you had been called in to act the part of the culprit. Mark my words, if you'd carried on with them, Augustin would have been slain, and you would have been held responsible. You'd not have stood a chance against all that if it hadn't been for me. Aye, methinks I've earned my pay this time, and then some. I protected my charge and got you away from the scene without your being branded a murderer and thrown in jail. Now all that remains is to escape this place. I expect we'll find a way out soon enough, if we only press on. Still, I've got to wonder where this craven plot came from, and what you did to warrant it. One thing's for certain, you must have powerful enemies in Vermund. But why? 'Tis not as though you're the Arisen True. What? You are the Arisen. Ha! 'Tis a small world indeed. You've piqued my interest even further, cuz I've no business here. Lest I hit the road. Right, let's press on. Flow of air here. The exit can't be far. Well, this is a right awful place to be cut short. At least you made it out all right. Don't worry, cuz. I'll be fine on my own. After all, I can't afford to die here. We haven't had ourselves a real bout yet. We'll see each other again. You can count on that. And when we do...
We are reunited at last, Master. I do hope you encountered no trouble in the cave.
Our task is complete.
He who was dragon-forged, eh? Perhaps we ought to seek out this man and his wisdom in Hob Village. Then follow me. I'll lead the way.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
Look around if you must, but be sure to buy... Look as long as you please. Always a pleasure.
Looking for all... Thank you for your patronage.
I shall tend to you should you require healing, Master. You need merely say the word.
Well met, sir. How's the day treating you? Then, always a pleasure.
My shoulder.
No sense travelling when I'm happiest here.
Much to do. Say, wait for someone to come along.
Looking for aught in particular.
Just about anything.
To polish up my gear.
Suppose I ought to earn my...
Evidently. Have we met, sirs? You seem familiar somehow.
Now you've done it.
This might be more than I can endure.
I swear I've never slept better.
It's as good a place as any.
Mayhap you will think this a trifle, but ours is a party of women, by and large.
And yet, no two of us are the same. That's my magic's brought to an elemental wound. Most impressive, Master.
Bit of hope to roll over. Our foe is not yet died.
Where is he? Are you alright?
Aim for the wings!
It will require a little maneuvering, but I'm all for it. When tarred, be sure to avoid open flame.
oxen are to be found here, of all places.
'Tis best to leave harmless creatures be. Fire is not its weakness, but its strength. Protection.
Pray, slow your feet. You run too fast for the life of me.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
Find out what's inside.
Let me be the one to collect it. Pray, cast that magic again. 'Twas no
be. Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
I'll keep hold of the enemy.
No harm shall come.
Thank you. Be at ease. I'm here.
Look out, Arisen! We're under attack!
A welling. Right where it hurts.
Surely the next attack is no less purposeful. Focus your attacks. Strike fast and shrewd, and our gold shall fall.
Easily done. I'll put an end to this foe, Master. Do not falter. Take an ounce of our strength. We can prevail.
Seems fortune hasn't abandoned me yet.
Materials here, Master. Can we really afford to carry more?
You'd think they'd have learned from the last lot that we're not to be trifled with.
This battle cannot be avoided. It is fight or die. Well fought, Arisen.
Let us not get ahead of ourselves. Lack of contingency.
Huzzah! Done it!
Focus your strength.
Miscalculated.
Help will come. The Arisen has been drenched.
I've got hold of the enemy!
Well said.
I am saved. Thank you.
Let us see what you're made of!
That battle took more out of me than I would have liked.
What fails to destroy us only enhances our chances against future adversaries.
and here I was hoping for some great treasure. Ah, now I feel a fool.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
The battle continues.
Splendid. We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. Magics are at your disposal. Wait a minute. Let my magics grant you an elemental. How are we meant to
target without hindering it. I am saved. Thank you, Arisen.
I cannot let you in now.
Never you fret. We all have our moments.
This is our best chance to top it. Give it a push mark standing on one leg. I would like to. All together now. The attack as one. Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall. Easily done. Those aren't just for belling after all. They have their uses. Surely not.
This go unpunished.
Cannot let down our guard even for a moment, lest victory slip away from us. Let me stop that.
I can do no less in service to the Arisen.
Well said. When their skulls are smashed beyond repair.
Falter not. Victory is ours for the taking.
Let it end. I don't want to think anymore. Pay for that. You bloody terrible, aren't you?
Yon foe is drawn to light. We ought to extinguish our lanterns, lest we summon it unwittingly.
This foe excels at imparting its fell venom. Even a graze can prove debilitating.
The longer our battle wears on, the more danger it poses.
Assailant, Master.
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
I've got a good feeling about this one. Lucky us. That's worth taking. Come on then.
Come on! Don't drag this now! Stop! Think you can run? You're not going anywhere! Stop!
Battle is best avoided here.
to have come through unscathed.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle.
I could look upon this sky for all eternity. If 'twasn't for the crick in my neck.
Keep gazing up like you like to stumble ere long. I grant you fire's blaze. Use it well. Naught like a feast to get you ready for bed.
Good sleep is the key to a good adventure.
Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more? I knew you would prevail, Master.
We can ill afford to grow overconfident. Our foe is not yet routed.
A resounding success! Arisen, have you been harmed?
We are to retreat, then?
Let us defer to the Arisen's judgment.
Right you are. The reawakened dead quail before...
It seems a contradiction, but it might be worth a try.
'Tis as you say.
to go. We must find a way to keep it from some spirits, lest we be faced with an unending horde.
And granted servants their deserved rest.
Let them come. I've the bit to fight on and on.
The tide of battle turning an instant. Let us send this swiftly.
Guard all you want. Won't make us different from the grapples, you see? We must spare no effort against this foe, lest we suffer bitter defeat. How vexing. I really thought we'd done it for a moment there. Bother! I was certain we had it that time.
Even open. Don't your attack. Strike fast and true, and our quarrel continues to be done.
Huzzah! What a team we make, Arisen! I've a knack for combining materials that I hope you'll find useful. I'll craft aught I can using what's in my pack. I'm yours to command, Arisen.
Arisen? I should have expected you may yet linger here. I know where we can find the necessary materials to enhance your equipment, Master. I've noted the location on your map.
I happen to understand Elvish, Master. I expect you'll find my talents useful should we encounter another speaker. Is there aught this pawn might do for you?
One can never have too many materials. I'll harvest some now.
Tis about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master?
Stout undead, Arisen.
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
I will protect you. Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. Douse the flames before 'tis too late.
Did anyone else see that? Aught catches the light.
We ought to take a closer look.
Come to think of it, different masters favor different pawns. One whom I served preferred to have beastrons for allies.
Each to their own.
Feast your eyes on this!
Hang in there, Master. I'm coming to assist.
Nice armor you've got. Look, kill me, would you?
These fiends are only truly defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair. I cannot fall the shower.
Glad to be of service.
Well said.
I knew you loved this world.
Oh, my knowledge from other worlds tells me that a forgotten riftstone lies near here. Shall I lead the way?
Skeletons, there! Lightning is ineffective against this foe.
Impressive, Master.
Let us not get ahead of ourselves. Battle.
You're really pushing your luck.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
Walking everywhere is certainly tiring. Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest. To you. Shall I tell you more? Magic's brought you an elemental boon.
The sun's rays will grace us anew ere long.
We need hold out but a moment longer.
Flawless execution.
Let us try for the same results with our next attack. Let me get that.
That's quite enough. Arisen, are you all right?
I refuse to accept this.
Well fought, Arisen. It's an ill-fated hero. Our foe is not yet routed.
Huzzah! You've done it!
All creatures who know death cling to life.
'Tis a wonder any foe challenges us with the Arisen in our midst.
That's enough.
You dare!
Have a gander at my wares. You shan't regret it. Hope to see you again ere long.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
Gold is a resource best spent judiciously.
Tis weak to lightning strike. Why don't we have a taste? There's surely no harm in it.
Our bellies will last a little longer. In traversing other worlds, I came to know of a treasure chest in this area. Perchance you'd like to see it.
There you are. Remember, you'll need to draw the fight out as long as you can. I must behold the creature from every angle if I am to coax it, lifelike, from the stone. Marvelous. Up we go then.
Let us accompany Sir Fulvio and face this griffin.
Let us endeavor to keep pace with our guide.
Positively splendid.
fighting on an incline. We can't have our boats using it against us.
I suppose that will have to do. I'll have to use my imagination for the finer details, I fear. But it should turn out well, all the same.
Often we call on you to carry the burdens we cannot. I must thank you. Your toil keeps me light on my feet. I suppose we might as well gather what we can.
Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more? If we've a destination in mind, an Oxguard will get us there with little effort.
They are capable allies on journeys near and far.
I've a knack for combining material.
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I'm by your side. Look here. Water is seeping through the cracks.
Indeed, arisen.
I've just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to its location?
We cannot break it from this side.
True enough. Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more? That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement. Arisen, I knew you loved this world too much.
Goddess talent for spotting materials.
Thanks, friend. I wanted to thank you.
I'll gather this. It might be of use. bygone statue is swathed in mystery. Mayhap these statues were erected when travelers were that my magic imbue. There! Have no... means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. You must steer clear of fire!
Now, this is a good find.
A fitting reward for a rigorous search. campsite lies near here. I remember passing by it on my travels beyond the rift. Shall I guide us to it?